back to the channel. Today I got some really exciting news for you. We are starting a new series over here at the Green Fee. And today what we're going to be talking about is a series that I took from one of my favorite YouTube channels. It's called Donut Media. They're car-based and car culture YouTube channel, and I started watching them back in 2020, 2021, somewhere in there. And what got me on their channel was something called high-low. And basically what the concept of it was they take two identical cars, same base trim, same car, same everything, same engine, all of that. And what they do is they take it and they put the expensive parts on one, and then they go bare bottom, cheapest parts they can find on the other. Little upgrades, things that they can do to make a difference for whatever they're trying to do with that entire package. So the first season was a car that you could take to a track but still use as a daily driver. They did one with a Tacoma where they took it off-road. Their current season that they're doing right now is they turned a Mustang into drag cars. So you have one that's getting drag slicks, you have some that have changed a little bit, but less expensive parts. So I was watching it going, I'd really like to do that with some golf clubs. I think that'd be a really interesting thing to do. And so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a series. And we're going to start with the base level clubs. And then we're going to use expensive grips. And then I'm going to use some non-expensive grips, some cheaper grips. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go into shafts. We're going to get an expensive shaft. We're going to get a cheap shaft. We're going to put them in the club, see what they do. How much better can the club be with expensive parts? We'll even do ferrules. We're going to do grips, shafts, ferrules. We're going to do all different types of stuff. We're going to work on irons, wedges. We are going to work on fairway woods, drivers. It's going to be a whole giant series. But the first thing we're going to do is we are going to work with irons. So follow me. Let's go take a look at the irons that we are going to use. We're going to start. The first thing we need to do is we need to know what we're going to be using. So the set I chose was these Ping S56s. Why did I choose Ping S56? Well, these were out in the prime time when I was really getting into golf equipment. 2012, 2013, somewhere in that range, right in that area. So they're about 12, 13 years old. And I remember wanting a set of these and thinking how cool they were. How great they looked, and that's why I chose these. The other thing that really helps is you can get these for a really good deal, and I think I got these for 150 bucks. So that's why I chose these. I think they perform well. I think they look really good, and I think we're going to be able to see some differences based on what we have here. So the first thing I want to do is point out how we are going to start. So first off, we have the Ping S56. These are black dots. So they are standard loft, standard lies. And so that's going to be kind of our baseline in terms of the head. Next up, these come with a Project X 5.5 shaft. Now, the Project X 5.5, back in the day, right now, if you look at their drivers in their woods, Project X says that a 5.5 is the regular flex. But kind of when these were out, this is kind of a firm regular, maybe even closer to a soft stiff, something along those lines. So these are going to be pretty good there. And then the grip, of course, is a Golf Pride Tour Wrap, the 3G Tour Wrap, a classic grip, nothing too expensive, nothing too crazy, pretty basic here. Overall, that's what we have to start with these. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to the simulator and we're going to get some baseline numbers for these clubs. Bear in mind, I'll be using a 7-iron throughout this entire test. We are ready to go. We are at the simulator at PGA Tour Superstore. It is time to set some baseline numbers with the Ping S56 iron. So we're going to hit a couple, see how they do, and kind of remember those as we go through the series. So let's have it. right, so here are the baseline numbers averages wise for the Ping S56. So what you'll see here is a carry of 133, 134, somewhere in there. You know, the max kind of maxed out here at carry wise 138, the lowest going 127. But overall, as an average, you can kind of see what we're dealing with here in these numbers. So let me back out here. Here we go. You'll see carry 133, went up to about 138. Total, you got up to 143.7. The shortest being this 134, nope, this 132.5. Club head speed averaging 77 miles an hour, launch angle 20.2. This is really interesting to me, this 46.4. Between that and the spin rate, I think if we're gonna get some more distance out of this and some better performance, I really think what we're gonna need to see here is the spin rate drop down to about 6,500. That'll probably bring this down to 45-ish, which is about the minimum that I wanna go for. I actually don't mind this landing angle, but I think I can squeak some more yardage out of this here. Getting kind of high, so it's going to be interesting to see what these different components do. Ball speed 102 with a pretty low smash factor. So here's our baseline numbers. Let's see where we go from here.